Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. If you're into coin collecting or just interested in the world of rare and valuable coins, today's video is one you won't want to miss. Today, we're talking about the 1968D Lincoln penny, a coin that might seem like a standard penny, but in reality, some of these coins are worth a massive amount of money. We're talking about up to $1.8 million. That's right. This seemingly ordinary penny could be a rare treasure hiding in your pocket or coin collection. In this video, we're going to break down the history of the 1968D Lincoln penny, explain why some of these coins are worth a fortune, and show you what to look for to determine if you've got a valuable one. So, stick around as we uncover the secrets behind this rare coin. A brief history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1909. The penny was first issued to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and was the first U.S. coin to feature a president. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin depicts a portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse of the coin originally featured two stalks of wheat. This gave the coin the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, the reverse design of the coin was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which remained on the back of the penny until 2008. The 1968D Lincoln penny falls within this period of time when the coin had the Lincoln Memorial on its reverse, and the penny was struck by the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the D mint mark. While the 1968D Lincoln penny was minted in large quantities, some of these coins feature rare minting errors that can make them incredibly valuable. In fact, certain versions of this coin have sold for as much as $1.8 million. What makes the 1968D Lincoln penny special? You might be wondering, what makes a 1968D Lincoln penny worth so much? After all, most 1968D pennies are worth just 1 cent. The key to the high value of certain 1968D pennies lies in rare minting errors that occurred during production. These errors are mistakes made during the minting process, and because they are so rare, they make the coin extremely valuable to collectors. Here's the thing. Most coins you find in circulation are standard, with no major errors. But when a coin is struck in a way that deviates from the norm, it can become a highly sought-after item for collectors, sometimes fetching millions of dollars. Let's dive into the most significant errors found in the 1968D Lincoln penny that can make it worth so much money. Rare errors in the 1968D Lincoln penny. 1. The double die error. The double die error is one of the most famous and valuable errors in coin collecting. This occurs when a coin is struck by the die, the tool used to imprint the coin's design, more than once, causing the design to appear doubled. For the 1968D Lincoln penny, this error is most noticeable on the obverse side of the coin, particularly in the date 1968 and the word Liberty. If you closely inspect the coin, you might see a blurry or doubled effect on these areas. Coins with this double die error are extremely rare and can be worth thousands of dollars, and in the case of the most noticeable examples, they've even been known to sell for up to $1.8 million. 2. Off-center strikes. Another rare and valuable error in the 1968D Lincoln penny is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not aligned properly in the die during the minting process, resulting in a design that is not centered. As a result, part of the coin's design may be missing, or the coin may have a blank area around its edges. The more extreme the off-center error, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Off-center strikes can vary in severity, with the most dramatic examples being highly prized by collectors and selling for significant amounts of money. 3. Clashed die error. A clashed die error occurs when the obverse and reverse dies, the tools that stamp the coin's design, strike each other without a plankit, the metal disc that is struck to create the coin, in between them. This results in the design from one die being transferred onto the opposite side of the coin. In the case of the 1968D Lincoln penny, this could mean that part of Lincoln's portrait appears faintly on the reverse, or part of the Lincoln Memorial shows up on the obverse. These clashed die pennies are quite rare and valuable, with certain examples fetching large sums at auction. 4. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks and cuds are additional minting errors that can make a 1968D penny more valuable. A die crack happens when the die becomes damaged, resulting in a raised line or crack in the design. A cud occurs when a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a raised area on the coin. These errors can be less obvious than double dies or off-center strikes, but they still make the coin rarer and more collectible, especially if the crack or cud appears in a prominent place on the coin. How to spot a valuable 1968D Lincoln penny. Now that we know what makes the 1968D Lincoln penny special, you might be wondering how to tell if the one you have is valuable. Here's how you can identify a rare and valuable 1968D penny. 1. Look for the double die error. Check the obverse side of the coin, especially the date 1968 and the word Liberty. If you notice that the letters or numbers appear blurry or doubled, you could have a double die error on your hands. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look and see if the doubling is clear. 2. Check for off-center strikes. Inspect the alignment of the design on the coin. If the image looks misaligned or if part of the design is missing or blank, you could be looking at an off-center strike. The more severe the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin. 3. Look for clashed die errors. Turn the coin over and inspect the reverse side. If you notice faint images, like part of Lincoln's profile appearing on the reverse, or traces of the Lincoln Memorial showing up on the obverse, it could be a clashed die error. These coins are rare and highly collectible. 4. Check for die cracks or cuds. Inspect the coin for any raised lines or unusual bumps in the design. These could be signs of a die crack or cud, which can make the coin more valuable, especially if the errors are in prominent areas like Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial. 5. Evaluate the coin's condition. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that are well preserved and free of significant wear, scratches, or damage are worth more than those that are heavily worn. A well-preserved 1968D penny with the rare minting error can be worth far more than a standard penny, especially if the coin is in near mint condition. The value of the 1968D Lincoln penny. Now, let's talk about the value. While most 1968D Lincoln pennies are worth only 1 cent, some can be worth thousands, or even millions, depending on the type of error and the coin's condition. Here's a general breakdown of what to expect. A standard 1968D Lincoln penny is worth 1 cent. A 1968D penny with the double die error could be worth thousands of dollars, especially if the doubling is clear and the coin is in good condition. A penny with an off-center strike or clashed die error could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error. The most extreme 1968D Lincoln pennies are those with obvious and rare minting errors in excellent condition have sold for as much as $1.8 million. How to sell your valuable 1968D Lincoln penny. If you think you found a valuable 1968D Lincoln penny, you're probably wondering how to sell it. Here are a few ways to get the best price for your rare coin. 1. Get the coin graded. The first step in selling a rare coin is to get it professionally graded. Services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can evaluate the condition of your coin and assign it a grade. A higher grade means a higher value. 2. Sell at an auction house. Selling your coin through a reputable auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers is a great way to find buyers who are willing to pay top dollar for your coin. These auction houses specialize in rare coins and have a network of collectors looking for coins just like yours. 3. Use online marketplaces. Websites like eBay also provide an opportunity to sell your coin to a wide audience. Be sure to take clear, high-quality photos and describe the coin's condition and any errors it might have. 4. Consult a coin dealer. You can also approach a trusted coin dealer who specializes in rare and valuable coins. Make sure you choose a dealer with a good reputation and experience in rare coin sales to ensure you get a fair price. Conclusion: the 1968D Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin, but certain versions of this penny can be worth far more than their face value. With rare minting errors like double die, off-center strikes, and clashed dies, a 1968D penny could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. So, next time you find a 1968D penny in your pocket or collection, take a close look. It might just be worth a small fortune. Outro. Thanks for watching today's video. If you think you, welcome back, everyone. If you're into coins or just love the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might seem common at first but could actually be worth a lot of money: the 1975D Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these pennies could be worth as much as $1.7 million. So, if you've got a 1975D penny, or if you've ever wondered how some coins can fetch such insane prices, stick around because today, we'll explore the history of the 1975D Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and how you can tell if yours is one of the rare ones worth a fortune. A brief history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has a long and storied history. It was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Designed by artist Victor David Brenner, the penny originally featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, the front, and two stalks of wheat on the reverse, giving it the nickname Wheat Penny. However, in 1959, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which continued on the back of the coin until 2008. This new design made the penny instantly recognizable and linked it even more closely to the legacy of the 16th President of the United States. Fast forward to 1975, and the coin still featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, along with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. The 1975D penny, struck by the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark, was produced in large quantities, like most modern pennies. But it's not just the age of the coin that makes it valuable, it's the errors and unique characteristics that can be found in some of these pennies. Some of these 1975D Lincoln pennies are now worth a lot of money due to rare minting mistakes that occurred during production. What makes the 1975D Lincoln penny valuable? The vast majority of 1975D Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, but a select few are highly sought after by collectors and can command enormous prices. How does a simple penny end up being worth millions? The answer lies in rare minting errors that make some 1975D pennies incredibly valuable. These coins are not just regular pennies, they contain mistakes made during the minting process that set them apart from others. Coin collecting is all about rarity, and the rarer the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Coins with significant minting errors are extremely desirable because they are unique and cannot be easily replicated. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key errors that can make the 1975D Lincoln penny worth far more than 1 cent. Key minting errors in the 1975D Lincoln penny. 1. The double die error. One of the most valuable and sought-after errors in coin collecting is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck by the die more than once, causing the features on the coin to appear doubled or blurred. On the 1975D penny, this error is most noticeable in the date 1975 and the word Liberty on the obverse. If you look closely at these areas, you might notice that the letters or numbers seem doubled or blurry. This is a sign that you have a double die error. These pennies are extremely rare, and depending on the condition and severity of the doubling, they can be worth thousands, and in some cases, even millions of dollars. Some of the best examples of this error have sold for as much as $1.7 million. 2. Off-center strikes. Another rare minting error that can make a 1975D Lincoln penny highly valuable is the off-center strike. This occurs when the plankette, The blank metal disc that gets struck to create the coin is not properly aligned with the die during the minting process. As a result, part of the design may be cut off or missing from the coin. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, these coins can be worth a significant amount of money. The more extreme the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Some off-center 1975D pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, and if you happen to find one with a dramatic off-center strike, it could be worth a small fortune. 3. Clashed die error. A clashed die error happens when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a plan kit in between them, transferring part of the design from one die onto the other side of the coin. This creates a coin with features from both the obverse and reverse sides appearing on the same face. In the case of the 1975D Lincoln penny, a clashed die error might result in faint impressions of Lincoln's portrait on the reverse, or traces of the Lincoln Memorial on the obverse. These coins are rare and highly sought after by collectors because of the unusual design, and they can fetch high prices at auction, sometimes reaching into the thousands of dollars. 4. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks and cuds are two types of errors that occur when the dies that strike the coins become damaged. A die crack happens when the die develops a crack, causing a raised line or crack to appear in the design of the coin. A cut occurs when a portion of the die breaks off, creating a raised area on the coin. These errors are less obvious than double die errors or off-center strikes, but they can still significantly increase the coin's value, especially if the crack or cut appears in a prominent area like Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial. How to identify a valuable 1975D Lincoln penny. Now that we've covered some of the key errors that can make the 1975D Lincoln penny worth a lot of money, let's talk about how you can identify a rare and valuable penny if you have one in your possession. 1. Look for the double die error. Examine the 1975 date and the word Liberty closely. If you see any doubling or blurry features, you may have a double die error. You may need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a good look at the details, but the doubling will be noticeable if it's present. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin is. 2. Check for off-center strikes. Inspect the edges of the coin for any signs that the design isn't centered properly. If the coin's design is misaligned, with part of the image missing or a blank area on the edge, it could be an off-center strike. The more extreme the misalignment, the more valuable the coin is. 3. Look for clashed die errors. Flip the coin over and check the reverse side for any faint impressions or unusual markings. If you see part of Lincoln's portrait on the reverse or traces of the Lincoln Memorial on the obverse, you might have a clashed die error. These coins are rare and highly collectible. 4. Inspect for die cracks or cuds. Look closely at the coin for any cracks or raised bumps in the design. These could be signs of a die crack or cud, both of which can increase the coin's value. Pay attention to the areas around the Lincoln Memorial or Lincoln's portrait, as these are the most likely places for die cracks and cuds to appear. 5. Assess the coin's condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin is a crucial factor in determining its value. A coin that is in excellent condition, with minimal wear and no major scratches or damage, will be worth more than a coin that is heavily worn. A well-preserved 1975D penny with the rare minting error could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. The value of the 1975D Lincoln penny. So, how much can a 1975D Lincoln penny actually be worth? Most 1975D Lincoln pennies are worth just 1 cent, but the rare minting errors can significantly increase the value. Here's a breakdown. A standard 1975D Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent. A 1975D penny with the double die error can be worth thousands of dollars, especially if the doubling is pronounced and the coin is in good condition. A penny with an off-center strike or clashed die error could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error. The rarest and most valuable 1975D Lincoln pennies, particularly those with dramatic minting errors in excellent condition, have sold for as much as $1.7 million. How to sell your valuable 1975D Lincoln penny. If you think you found a rare and valuable 1975D penny, you might be wondering how to sell it. Here are a few tips. 1. Get the coin graded. The first step in selling your valuable penny is to have it professionally graded by a coin grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A higher grade means a higher value. 2. Sell at an auction house. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are great places to sell rare coins. These auction houses specialize in coins and have a network of collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for rare items. 3. Use online marketplaces. Websites like eBay allow you to sell your coin to a broad audience. Be sure to provide clear, high-quality images of the coin and any errors it might have. 4. Consult a trusted coin dealer. You can also approach a reputable coin dealer to sell your rare penny. Make sure to choose a dealer with a good reputation and experience in rare coin transactions. Conclusion: the 1975D Lincoln penny may look like just another ordinary penny, but certain versions of this coin can be worth a lot more than their face value, thanks to rare minting errors like the double die, off-center strikes, and clashed dies. Some 1975D pennies have sold for as much as $1.7 million. So, next time you're going through your change or coin collection, take a close look at your 1975D penny, so you might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Outro. Thanks for watching. If you think you found a valuable 1975D Lincoln penny, or if you've had any experience with rare coins, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and stories about valuable finds. See you in the next video. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring an incredible story about a coin that's become one of the most fascinating and valuable pieces of American currency, the 1980 Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How could a simple penny from 1980 be worth a whopping $1.3 million? Believe it or not, this penny is worth more than just its copper and zinc content, and we're about to dive deep into why this particular coin has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. So, stick with me as we uncover the history, value, and rarity of the 1980 Lincoln penny. Let's first take a look at the history behind the Lincoln penny, which, of course, dates all the way back to 1909. The Lincoln cent was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a portrait of the 16th President of the United States, while the reverse originally displayed two wheat stalks, giving the coin its well-known wheat penny nickname. This wheat design lasted until 1959, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of the nation's dedication to its leader. By 1980, the Lincoln penny had gone through several design changes, but the coin's overall look had remained relatively consistent since the mid-1900s. The penny was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc until 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to a mostly zinc composition. The 1980 penny had an obvious design featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, and it was primarily struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where most pennies are made. For years, this penny passed through circulation like all others, with no real recognition for anything special. But what makes the 1980 penny stand out today? Well, in the world of numismatics, it's all about rare errors, and that's where the story of the 1980 Lincoln penny gets really interesting. In fact, one particular version of the 1980 penny is so rare and special that it has become one of the most valuable coins of its kind. We're talking about the 1980 double die reverse penny. Now, what exactly does this mean? To understand this error, you have to know a little about how coins are made. When the U.S. Mint strikes a coin, the design is pressed onto the coin using a die. Occasionally, due to a mistake in the minting process, the design can be doubled, which is what happened with some 1980 pennies. The result was a double image on the reverse side, specifically in the lettering and the details of the Lincoln Memorial. This doubling is most visible in the words E pluribus unum and United States of America. The double die reverse error is extremely rare because most pennies were struck correctly, with no doubling in the design. As a result, finding a 1980 penny with this mistake is a collector's dream. In fact, some of these coins have been known to fetch eye-popping prices at auction. So, why does this error make the coin so valuable? The value of a coin is typically determined by its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. Because the 1980 double die reverse penny was produced in such limited numbers, it has become a highly sought-after piece for numismatists. The rarity of this coin combined with the interest in errors makes it a perfect storm for those looking to make a serious investment in rare coins. Now, if you think that finding a rare 1980 penny is the same as finding loose change in your pocket, think again. These coins don't pop up very often, and when they do, they often sell for a substantial amount of money. In fact, the most famous example of the 1980 double die reverse penny recently sold for an astonishing $1.3 million. That's right, this ordinary-looking penny was sold for more than most people's homes. It's an incredible story of how a small mistake at the mint turned a penny into $1 million treasure. But before you go searching through your spare change, it's important to know that not every 1980 penny is worth millions. In fact, most of them are worth just 1 cent. To find a 1980 double die reverse penny, you need to pay attention to the details. If you suspect you have one, examine the reverse side carefully, especially around the lettering. The doubling should be quite noticeable. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to take the coin to a professional numismatist or have it graded by a trusted service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A coin that has been graded and certified by a reputable service will be worth significantly more than one that is not, simply because buyers have more confidence in the coin's authenticity and condition. When a coin is graded, it receives a score based on its appearance, which can range from a scale of 1 to 70. A coin that's in perfect condition might get a grade of 70, while one that has been worn down through circulation will score lower. If you do happen to find a 1980 double die reverse penny, or if you own one and want to know how much it's worth, there are a few factors to consider. The condition of the coin is the most important factor. Coins that are in better condition with clearer doubling on the reverse will naturally fetch higher prices. Coins in mint condition, or those with little to no wear, are particularly valuable. It's not uncommon for these coins to be sold at auction for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the specific details. Additionally, the rarity and demand for the 1980 double die reverse penny have created a vibrant marketplace for collectors. Online platforms like eBay have become a hotspot for buying and selling rare coins. But be careful when dealing with high-value items like this. It's essential to verify the authenticity of any coin you purchase or sell. Always check the seller's reviews, ask for clear photographs of the coin, and, if possible, request a certificate of authenticity before making a purchase. Now, let's talk a bit more about the significance of this discovery and how it has shaped the world of coin collecting. The fact that a common coin from the 1980s has become worth millions shows just how much the world of numismatics is driven by rarity, history, and sometimes, just plain luck. Many collectors spend years searching for these rare varieties, hoping to strike it rich by finding the one coin that could change their life. If you're just starting to collect coins, don't be discouraged if you don't find $1 million penny right away. There are plenty of other rare coins out there that can be just as exciting to find, and many are worth a lot of money. But the 1980 double die reverse penny remains one of the most iconic examples of how something as simple as a minting error can turn an everyday coin into a small fortune. To wrap up, the 1980 Lincoln penny is much more than a piece of currency. Thanks to a rare error, this penny has become a symbol of how the world of coin collecting can sometimes hold surprising treasures. While not every 1980 penny is worth millions, that discovery of a double die reverse penny can be a life-changing event for collectors. So, next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out for those rare, double letters you could be holding on to a small fortune. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and their incredible value. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Happy collecting. Outro. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most interesting and rare coins out there. The 1966 Lincoln penny. It's hard to believe that a penny, which is commonly seen in everyday circulation, could be worth a staggering $1.7 million, but that's exactly what makes this coin so remarkable. Stick around as we explore the history, value, and rarity of the 1966 Lincoln penny and discover why it could be worth so much money. Before we dive into the story of the 1966 Lincoln penny, let's take a moment to look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a portrait of a historical figure on the obverse. The reverse initially featured two wheat stalks, which led to the term wheat penny, a design that remained until 1958. In 1959, the design of the reverse was updated to feature the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which is the design that continued until 2008 when the U.S. Mint introduced new reverse designs to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By the time we get to 1966, the Lincoln Memorial design was still very much in circulation, and the coins were still made of 95% copper. Now, you might be thinking, what's so special about the 1966 penny? At first glance, it looks just like any other penny from the era. However, there is a rare variety of the 1966 Lincoln penny that has sparked a lot of excitement in the world of coin collecting. It's called the 1966 double-die obverse penny, and this is what sets it apart from the others. To understand why this particular penny is worth so much, let's take a moment to talk about minting errors. Coin minting is a delicate process, and sometimes, due to mistakes in the production of a coin, the design gets imprinted more than once. This can result in a double-die error, where the image on the coin appears doubled, especially on the obverse side. In the case of the 1966 double-die obverse penny, the error occurred when the die that was used to strike the coins was slightly misaligned. This caused the design to be pressed onto the coin more than once, resulting in noticeable doubling in key areas, such as the date, the word liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust." These doubled images are clear to the naked eye, making it easy for collectors to spot this rare variety. Now, let's talk about why this error makes the 1966 Lincoln penny so valuable. As with any rare coin, the value depends on several factors, including rarity, demand, and condition. The 1966 double-die obverse penny is incredibly rare because only a small number of these coins were produced with the minting error. While thousands of regular 1966 pennies were struck without issue, only a handful of these double-die examples exist today. As a result, these rare pennies have become highly sought after by collectors. The demand for them has driven up the price, and some of these coins have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars. But the most incredible part of this story is that one of these 1966 double-die obverse pennies was recently sold for an astonishing $1.7 million. That's right, a penny worth less than 1 cent in circulation, a penny that you could have found in your change, was sold for millions of dollars at an auction. So, what makes this particular 1966 penny worth $1.7 million? It all comes down to the rarity and the coin's condition. The one that sold for $1.7 million was in near-perfect condition and had been professionally graded by one of the leading coin grading services. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been in circulation for decades can show signs of wear and tear, but a well-preserved coin, one that has remained almost as pristine as the day it was minted, will command a much higher price. If you want to know if your 1966 penny could be worth money, here are a few tips on how to identify the double-die obverse variety. First, you'll want to carefully examine the date on the coin. If you see any doubling in the number 1966, That's a good indicator that you might have a rare penny. Next, take a look at the word Liberty on the obverse side. If the letters seem to be doubled or blurred, that's another sign of the double die error. Finally, check out the phrase "In God We Trust." The doubling in this area can be more subtle, but it's still worth looking for. If you spot doubling in these areas, it's a good idea to have the coin professionally evaluated. The best way to get an accurate assessment of its value is to have it graded by a professional coin grading service. This process will give the coin a numerical grade based on its condition, and that will help determine how much it's worth on the market. Coins with higher grades, especially those in mint condition, will be worth significantly more than those that have been worn down from circulation. It's important to remember that not every 1966 penny is valuable. In fact, most 1966 pennies are worth just 1 cent. The ones that are worth the big bucks are the rare double die varieties, and even then, the value will depend on factors like condition and demand. But if you happen to find one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1966 double die obverse penny, you'll likely want to check out reputable coin dealers, numismatic auctions, or online marketplaces like eBay. But be cautious when buying rare coins online. There are some counterfeit coins out there, and it's essential to ensure that the seller is reputable and that the coin has been graded and certified by a trusted service. In conclusion, the 1966 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary piece of currency, but for collectors, it's a rare and valuable treasure. The 1966 double die obverse penny, in particular, has become a symbol of how a small minting error can turn a coin into a multi-million-dollar item. If you happen to find one of these rare pennies in your collection, it could very well be worth a fortune, just like the 1966 penny that sold for $1.7 million. So, next time you're going through your change, take a closer look at those pennies. You never know, and you might just find a coin worth more than you could ever imagine. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1966 Lincoln penny and its incredible value, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin-related content. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting. Outro. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos about rare coins and their amazing value. We'll see you in the next one. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American currency, the 1988 Lincoln penny. While it might seem like just another penny at first glance, this coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors because of its potential value, with some rare examples reaching up to $1.2 million. How is that even possible? Let's explore the fascinating history, the rare errors that make this coin so valuable, and what makes the 1988 penny a potential goldmine for coin collectors. Before we talk about why the 1988 Lincoln penny is worth so much, let's first take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln penny, or cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a historical figure on the obverse, which was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. For many years, the reverse of the coin featured 2 stalks of wheat, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. But this design was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial, which would remain the reverse design for decades. The 1988 Lincoln penny, like most modern pennies, features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but it is important to note that the coin was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was still using the traditional copper-plated zinc composition. The 1988 penny specifically was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D Mint mark. At first glance, a 1988 Lincoln penny might seem like a standard coin from the late 20th century. But here's where the story gets interesting. Although the penny is widely available, it's the rare mistakes and minting errors that have made certain 1988 pennies highly valuable. These rare errors, caused during the minting process, can turn an ordinary penny into a coin worth thousands or even millions of dollars. One of the most famous and valuable varieties of the 1988D Lincoln penny is the so-called 1988D double die reverse penny. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned during the minting process, causing the reverse design to be stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. This error is most apparent in the letters and details around the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the coin. A double die reverse penny isn't just a minor flaw, as the doubling is usually visible to the naked eye. If you hold the 1988D penny up to the light and carefully examine the reverse side, you may notice a doubling effect in the words E pluribus unum, United States of America, and the columns of the Lincoln Memorial. The doubling makes the coin look as though there are two sets of images pressed on top of one another, which is the hallmark of a double die error. So why is this error so important, and how does it affect the value of the 1988D penny? The answer lies in its rarity. Minting errors like the double die reverse are uncommon, and when they do occur, only a small number of coins are affected. As a result, coins with these types of errors are extremely sought after by collectors. The rarity of the error, combined with the fact that only a few high-quality examples of the coin exist, has made the 1988D double die reverse penny one of the most valuable pennies in circulation. Now, let's talk about the value of these rare pennies. A typical 1988D Lincoln penny, one that has no errors and is in standard condition, is worth only 1 cent. However, if you happen to find a 1988D penny with a double die reverse error, the value can skyrocket. In fact, some of these coins have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, even more. The most famous example of a 1988D double die reverse penny recently sold for an incredible $1.2 million. Yes, you read that correctly. A penny worth less than a cent in circulation ended up selling for over $1 million at an auction. This just goes to show how much collectors are willing to pay for a rare and valuable coin. But not every 1988D penny with a doubling error is worth $1.2 million. The value of the coin depends on several factors, such as its condition, the clarity of the doubling error, and the coin's grade. A coin that's been well preserved with minimal wear and tear is worth much more than one that has been heavily circulated. Coins that are graded as mint state or uncirculated tend to fetch the highest prices, as they look nearly as good as they did when they were first minted. If you find a 1988D penny that shows signs of doubling, it's a good idea to have the coin professionally graded. Coin grading is done by reputable organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the high grade can increase the value of the coin significantly. For example, a well-graded 1988D double die reverse penny could be worth tens of thousands, depending on its condition. Coins with higher grades and clearer doubling can command even higher prices, especially if they've been authenticated and certified by a grading service. Now, you might be wondering, how do you identify a 1988D Lincoln penny with a double die reverse error? It's actually easier than you might think, especially if you know where to look. The most obvious place to examine is the reverse side of the coin, particularly the letters and words around the Lincoln Memorial. As mentioned, the doubling will be most visible in the inscriptions E pluribus unum, United States of America, and along the columns of the memorial itself. With the right tools, such as a magnifying glass or a coin lupa, the doubling will become much more apparent. It's important to remember that not every 1988D penny with a little wear or slight doubling is valuable. The most valuable examples are those that show a clear, distinct doubling effect with sharp, well-defined details. If you suspect you have a rare 1988D penny, it's best to take it to a professional coin dealer or submit it to a coin grading service for a more accurate evaluation. So, where can you sell a 1988D Lincoln penny if you happen to find one? You can start by reaching out to reputable coin dealers or attending numismatic auctions. Online marketplaces like eBay can also be a great place to buy and sell rare coins. But always make sure you're working with trustworthy sellers and buyers, especially when dealing with high-value items. If you want to ensure that you're getting the best price for your penny, having it graded and certified by a trusted grading service is essential. In conclusion, the 1988D Lincoln penny is a great example of how small minting errors can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. The double die reverse error has made the 1988D penny highly sought after by collectors, and in some cases, it's even worth up to $1.2 million. If you're a coin collector or simply someone who loves hunting for rare finds, keep an eye out for those coins. You never know, and you could be sitting on a fortune. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1988D Lincoln penny and its incredible value, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating coin-related content. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting. Outro. Thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to check out our other videos about rare coins and their amazing value. We'll see you in the next one.